YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to click on the video today. If you haven't yet or you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and leave a comment. Are we going to four-peat? Yes or no? Are we going to win the Big Ten? Yes or no? I guess that's going to be tough. Yes or no, huh? Crazy. You can put yes for both. That's fine. We are going to start here in the Hamline Piper Dynasty Series with the big-time win over Penn State last week. We had two recruits on campus. Let's see if the win helped make their decision or at least get us really close to the fact of them committing to us at Hamline. So, he didn't commit. We do move to number one in the nation. We get to play Wisconsin, the bitter rivals of my house. Oh, he did commit. Oh, no, just kidding. A different commit. Why isn't it showing the commit? This is one that committed. He was supposed to come on campus last week, but he committed week 3, I believe. And the other one did commit as well. Why didn't it show that? That was a huge commitment because Georgia had him on campus this coming week. So, big commitment from the number 2 player in the nation after that win last week against Penn State. All right, week 5 game against Wisconsin. We traveled to Camp Randall. Tough place to play for sure. But Wisconsin should be no match here for the Pipers, but it is a Big Ten road game. Defense gets called on first today. They are creeping into the red zone. It is a 3rd and 6. They're going to hand it off. Cano is going to pursue, and so did our other middle linebacker. A great job stringing that out and making sure they can't get to the first down, but they are going for it on first. Hardrick, can he come make a play? Cano gets in there, and the running back does a great job of fighting forward for the first down, and the Pipers are now on the back foot here again in the red zone. Had a pretty decent play call there. Oh, and I didn't run with it. Touchdown Badgers. I was running right with it. The second I let off, he threw it. Crazy. But offense, that kind of kicked the offense into gear a little bit. We are right back down to the red zone as PJ Takeoff takes the handoff, and he goes for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 here. We're going to continue to pound the rock. Big Ten football, and we are going to pick up another 3 to 4 yards there. PJ Takeoff, one of the things, his durability is not great, but we need him to be able to carry the rock. And I did not see that corner on that hard. That's tough. That hard flat knocks the ball out of Olshansky's hands. He is cold now because of the drop. We probably could take the points here. PJ Takeoff breaks the tackle, but that's not good enough, and their defense stands tall. Our defense does a great job of getting a stop, kind of thwarting off that momentum that they got from that turnover on down, and get us the ball, and our offense does a good job of rebounding back and getting down to the red zone as we hand it off to PJ Takeoff, and he gets 2 yards on the RPO. Look. Caps coming across the middle. He's going to pick up about 7, 1 yard short of the first down. See if Olshansky can shake off the drop. We throw it to him. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown. Pipers ties the game up with the ruckus crowd. This is the 21st toughest place to play, and it is proving it today. The place is rocking when we are on offense, not so much when they're on offense. Corner. Oh, and a bad throw. Results in a drop. He was wide open. A huge missed opportunity for the Badgers, and they are up 20 to 14 here. Offense is struggling to get anything going. Defense is playing super well, though. And what a play in the backfield. Offense, we got to get things going here. We got to get in the end zone. It is 23 to 14 now. Robert, I was looking to take the shot to Caps, but he was not getting it. Okay, maybe that's why he wasn't getting any separation. He was hurt. What the heck was that? All right, here we go. Fourth quarter here now. I didn't even realize it was the fourth quarter, but PJ Takeoff is going to get to the corner and finish off with a punishing run into the end zone. Touchdown, Pipers. Cuts the lead to 21 to 23, and we get a timely turnover, and we take over inside the red zone. PJ Takeoff yet again does not be able to run over the defender. However, the defender does come up with an injury. So, defender gets the brunt of it. PJ Takeoff again finishes the run into the end zone. Touchdown, Pipers, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter. What a run by PJ Takeoff. Defense is getting called on. It is 3rd and 14 here. And this is going to be a huge stop here in this game. Screen pass, screen pass, screen pass. 4th and 7. They had to make that play call because they're going for it on 4th. No? Guess not. They do get a field goal, though, so it is 26 to 28. So all they need to do is get into field goal range here. Again, it is another 3rd down here for the Badgers. A little quick throw. It's going to be incomplete. Man, the injuries are flying today. Big drive. Hold on to the lead. Yes, sir, we will. And we are going to chew a lot of this clock and hopefully punch it into the end zone, because that itself is going to give us a 2-possession lead, and we are off to the races. Tobias with a good run. He is going, or I guess reception, right? The offense hasn't really been able to do a whole lot. When we've been on the field, we've been able to be pretty productive. We're going to run it down to the 2-minute timeout after this play. PJ Takeoff, what a run! The senior is saying, don't worry, fellas, I got us on the road. Ugly game, but we are going to finish this thing off, put it in my hands, and I will take you to the promised land. 2-minute timeout, 28-26 here in a big road game in the Big Ten, and our interior of our line just got absolutely bullied. Touchdown, Robert, calling it right now. Can we throw it over his outside shoulder? He drops it. How was that linebacker able to run with him? Now this time Robert's open. He's not going to drop this one. He's going to lower his shoulder. Again, the end zone eludes the tight end. That time was more so on me because I want to run this clock down. If he was able to run him over and get into the end zone, I would not have been mad about it, but we were actively trying to stay out of the end zone there. As well as I won't be too mad if we don't get in the end zone on this play either, because that was their final timeout. They are not able to stop the clock after this, so it's going to run the clock down. Same thing here. We have been absolutely trying to pound it in the middle. We are going to go to the outside here with the speed option. We do not run this very much with this crew, but Sylvia is ready for it. PJ Takeoff gets into the end zone for the 3rd time. Touchdown, Vipers. And that's going to extend it to a 9 6-point lead, and it is going to be very difficult for them to be able to come back with that. We do want to keep it at 9, though, so we are going to hop in with 24 seconds left for this 4th and 10. They're going to just take a deep shot, not even going to give his receiver time to come down with it, and that is going to be the game. A huge road win here for the number 1 ranked Pipers, and it took 2 quarters, 14 points in the second and 21 fourth quarter points. What a gutsy road win in a very tough place to play here in Camp Randall. Lee Sylvia, 16-23, just under 70% completion, 235 yards, 1 touchdown. He did turn the ball over. He needs to make sure that he takes care of the football. PJ Takeoff, 23 for 75, average about 3.2, and like I mentioned, got 3 of the touchdowns today. Robert, 5 catches for 92 yards, and he wanted to transfer. He has been the biggest target for Sylvia this year. Olshansky, 3 catches for 40. Caps, 3 for 29. Duke, 3 for 37. Tobias, 2 for 37. So spreading the ball around is very, very important for this offense. Hardrick, the sophomore middle linebacker, he has been unbelievable. 10 tackles. Mercer with 5. Kamar with 4. And Adai with 4. Tackles for loss, we end up with 5 of them, 1 for each. Freeman, Donnerson, Henry, Hardrick, and Cano. We end up getting 3 sacks, 1 total for George Verrier, the senior, trying to go out with a huge season. BB and Hardy share 1, as well as Adai and Gooch as well. We got 1 interception. Mercer also had an interception, so not only was he second in tackles, but he did get an interception as well. Week 6, a rivalry game against the very, very struggling Tommies. 0-4. Whew. Not a good start for them in their season, but we cannot let up. We cannot be their first win of the year. Huge rivalry game. Let's see how we fare. And before we could even blink, it is 14-0 in favor of the Hamline Pipers. These Tommies are absolutely in shambles. I didn't realize it was 3rd down, but we are going to go for it anyway, kind of try to put the nail in the coffin here early. It's kind of crazy, the fall off of St. Thomas. I looked at their schedule. They lost to Kansas State, who's a really good team. Gave us troubles a couple years ago in the college football playoff. Then they lost to Michigan, which it's Michigan, right? They haven't been as dominant as they have been in real life as of late in this sim. But then they lose to San Jose State, which is not a great look. San Jose State is 1-3. The only win was against these Tommies. And yeah, the fall off is kind of real. They were very competitive in the Big 12. I'm pretty sure they were pretty competitive the first year in the Big 10, as well as PJ Takeoff takes off to the end zone yet again, and it is going to be 21-0, and this one is getting ugly early. But just as fast as EA gives you 21 points, they could 14 points, they could take them right away as well. So we got to make sure that we are staying focused and staying locked in here, trying to continue to grow the gap as much as we can while we're on the field. That bump was crazy. That was going to be a touchdown. All right. Well, that bump was unfortunate. Duke had a step. Another bump. We had it. And it's going to result into a interception. The bumps in this game are crazy. No way he's taking this to the house. And there's the momentum change that they need here late in the first half as they go down and they score. They did get the ball to start the second half. They don't score there. And we are already late in the third quarter. We could let it run out, but we are going to try and impose our will because 21-7, Obviously, with being 21-0 in the first quarter with the blink of an eye, we need to figure out how we are going to continue to grow this lead as the third quarter ends. That interception is still just fuming in my gut. As you can see, two SEC teams, Georgia and LSU, up there in the top 4 with us and Oklahoma. Oklahoma has been an absolute powerhouse. Wait, they're also in the SEC. 3 of the top 4 are SEC teams. Big Ten's got to kick it up a notch here. We cannot be the inferior big conference here, super conference, if you will. And we are going to our tight end, Robert. He's going to bring it in for the first down. And we are in cruise control here again, looking to score yet another touchdown here in the red zone. PJ Takeoff is going to put his foot in the ground and get up and take 2. Only 13 for 33 for him. That is not ideal. A lot of his carries have been down here in the red zone, though, with not a lot of room to work. So we need to capitalize here. Sylvia on the run. Oh, what a catch! Olshansky diving back, feet sliding out from underneath him, comes down with it with a poor throw from Sylvia, but Olshansky saves the day with that catch. 4th down here. They're not going to settle for a field goal, which makes sense in this case. But we are going to get an interception by Kamar, and that is going to essentially do it, except for our offense goes 3 and out within like a minute, I swear. With the new game coming out, I hope they fix it. I really hope they fix it. We got our backup in? Hopefully, that doesn't mean Takeoff's hurt. Okay, he's back in. Thank the Lord. We cannot allow him to be hurt. And you can see why. Our backup fell in the first contact. He fell, and Takeoff runs through the contact to pick up 1 or 2 more yards, and he's going to take off into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Pipers, and that is going to be it for us. We are going to, I think, punch in another one. We scored 21 first quarter points, 21 fourth quarter points to win 42-7. Again, a rivalry game there. Just an absolute beat down from the jump. Well, their quarterback, maybe they put in their backups, I don't know. Lisa Villa, 18-26, again, 69% completion, 287, 3 touchdowns. That 1 interception, we don't want to talk about it because I'll just get angry. 20 for 65 and 3 touchdowns yet again. His touchdowns are holding up his season, to be quite honest. He is not being very productive. 3.2 is not good enough. Duke, 5 catches for 79 yards. Caps, 4 for 114 and 2 touchdowns. Robert, 4 for 44. Olshansky, 2 for 19 and that touchdown catch as well. Keene got in on the receptions as well as Takeoff had 2 of his own. Defensively, well distributed. 6 tackles for Cano, 6 for Kamar, 5 for Blunt, 5 for Verrier, 4 for Donnerson. 2 tackles for losses in total, 1 for Kamar, 1 for Verrier. 2 sacks today. Donnerson and Verrier get home. 2 picks, Cano and Kamar as well. So defense played super well. Only giving up 7 points on the road is very, very productive. All right, here's the big one. We have a couple recruits coming in here this week for the big 1 versus 7. The only blemish on our record last year was to the Ohio State Buckeyes. We get them to come to our place this year, see if we can handle business. Defense on the field first. They get called on to see if we can get them off the field. And they're going to score a touchdown. Kamar gets beat off the line. Tried to make a play, did not end up working in his favor. But the offense is looking to answer that early touchdown by the Buckeyes. And that was crazy symmetry by those D tackles. Looked like I had plenty of room to run up the middle, but instead they closed it down very quickly. The blitz got home. We had Robert wide open in the end zone. Why do they have two guys out there? You see that? Why do they have two guys out there on Olshansky? He's not even like our leading receiver. Keene going to pick up the first down and get down to the 1 yard line. We'll see if we can play some Big Ten football here. And we take off into the end zone, as I was going to say, and manhandle the offensive or the defensive line. And we did. So, great look there by the offensive line after maybe some lackluster effort earlier in the drive. Read option, quarterback keeps it, takes 3 absolute shots, but holds on to the ball, and his wear and tear looks fine. And we have Cano, who is like dead on the field. So there's that. Give me this. We get home. Boogie Gooch for the sack. What a big play there on first and goal. Now they are outside of the 10-yard line. They're going to hand it off. Again, Boogie Gooch does a great job of pursuing from behind, and he loses a yard. Excuse me. I thought they picked up a yard. It is going to be the end of the first quarter. It is 7-7 in this heavyweight matchup here in Kloss Field. They're going to, play action. They got me good. Pick that, and he catches it. Oh, my. He was in the middle of 3 people, man. Make a play, somebody. Make a play. All right, 3rd and 8. They did miss the extra point there, so it is 13-7. They're going to just throw it away. They're going to have to settle for a field goal to try to make it 16-7, which they end up doing. And we are right back down into the red zone. We need to capitalize here. We're going to throw it right behind the blitz, and we get the first down as Duke makes the catch, gets up the field. Wow, they're in like a goal line formation from this far away, huh? Too bad it doesn't matter because PJ Takeoff runs over the defenders into the end zone. Touchdown, Pipers. It is going to be 14-16. We get the ball back after a turnover, it seems. We're going to go Robert. He's going to pick up the first down. There's only 40 seconds left. 30 and counting here in the first half. We're going to throw out the screen. PJ Takeoff is not going to be able to bully his way into the end zone. What was that runoff? What was that runoff? Oh, I'm irate. We are back here. I am fuming. Shoe clock was not on. I made sure that it wasn't on. And they run off 17 seconds before the end of the half. I am so angry. Caps, touchdown on 4th and 2. We take the lead. We should be absolutely dominating them at this point in time in the game. But, again, EA finds a way. EA finds a way. Defense, 3rd and 17. We just need to make sure that we do not give up this first down. And we get a sack instead. Our defensive line has showed up to play today against this prolific Ohio State offense. Our offense is finally starting to click as well. They got a long touchdown in sim to go with the moving of the ball here. Caps, again, just runs right by him, and that is yet another Piper touchdown, and the route is on. EA knew they messed up. EA knew they messed up. Another fourth down. They're going for it on fourth down yet again. Second time of this drive. Third time in total. How does he catch that? He was getting bodied the entire way in that route, and he just magically catches it. Nope, get out of that. Thank you. Another fourth down, and that's going to be a pick. A die with the interception. He's going to break the ankles of the offensive lineman. Can't get away from the running back, but that is going to do it. The Pipers handle business with a 35-16 victory over the number 7 Ohio State, avenging the only loss that we had last year as well. What a performance. 23 of 29, 353 touchdowns. He did have an interception in there, 19 of 84. This is better. Averaging above 4 yards per carry is perfect. He also got into the end zone twice. 7 catches for PJ Takeoff, which is quite a lot for a running back, especially one of his stature. Duke 5 for 44. Caps a huge game, 5 for 203 and 3 touchdowns. Robert had 4 catches for 30, and Olshansky and Keene also had catches in the game. Boogie Gooch led the team in tackles, 8 for him, 5 for Kamar, 5 for Donnerson, and 5 for Adai. And Blunt also came in with 4 tackles for loss. We had 7 of them today. 3 by Donnerson, 3 by Gooch, 1 by Kamar, 3 sacks for Boogie Gooch today, 1 for George Verrier. Interceptions, we got 2. Phelps, as we saw at the end of the game, and then Kamar got revenge for the first touchdown that he gave up, picking off a pass as well. As much as I want this to be the episode of Rivals, we had Wisconsin, the border battle. It's more so of a Minnesota, the University of Minnesota, Wisconsin thing, but the border battle. We had St. Thomas, we had Ohio State, and now we have Minnesota. However, that is going to be it for this episode. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to click on the video, show some support for the channel by hitting the subscribe button, dropping a like, and leaving a comment. Is it a 4-peat? Do we get the Big Ten title? Let me know how you're feeling. Just a little disclaimer that I'm putting at the end of all these episodes at this point in time is, when this is released, it is going to be June 21st, which means that in roughly 2.5 weeks, which is about 2 episodes, the new game drops. So hopefully within the 2 episodes we get through the season, we get to see if we can become 4-time national champions. But then that's going to be the end of the series. I greatly appreciate the support you've shown this series and the channel as a whole. I'm super excited for the new game, and there's going to be some tweaks to the upload schedule when the new game drops. But until then, the Pipers are going for a 4-peat. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.